It's that time of the year again. The exams are near, and you are seated there wondering, how am I going to ensure that I don't forget what I'm studying? Well, that means this video is for you. So stay with me up until we finish, okay? So I want to give you some few important tips on how you should do what? You should study just during this period before exams. All right, let's get started. And don't forget to subscribe. Ensure that you do that. All right. So the first thing that you should put in mind, this time you need to start practicing active recall. Okay? So, number 1, before exam time, start studying by practicing active recall. Active recall. Now, what is active recall? Well, this simply means you should try by all means to be giving out what you study. Okay, if you take a topic, you study. After studying, give out what you were studying. How do you do that? Number 1, try to get a piece of paper and a pen and explain what you were studying in your own English and in your own way. Okay, that is very important. So write in your own way. Write what you were studying in your own English and in your own way. In your own way, not using exactly what the words that you studied. You just copy and paste. Okay, so you write in your own what? Way. Exactly the same concept, but using your own English. You can only do that if you really understood what you studied. And this is going to help you, because even in exam time, the mind will be able to remember, since it was at once forced to try to remember something. It was forced to try to create an explanation in its own way. So this is very important. If not this way, you can try. So if you don't want to write down, or maybe you can do both, but if you don't want to write down, you can explain to someone. This is very important and cardinal. Okay, so explain to someone. Explain to someone. Okay, now this someone doesn't mean there should be physically someone there. This someone can also be imaginary. You know what I mean? Even if you are just alone in the room, after studying, start explaining. Imagine as if there is someone next to you whom you are explaining to. Even if it's just a chair you are seated next to, start explaining. So explain to someone. You can't explain what you don't know. Okay, so for you to explain, it means your mind is going to be forced to understand this thing and ensure that you pass out the knowledge. By that, the mind can't do what? Can't forget. So after studying, practice active recall by writing down in your own way what you were just from studying. Take a piece of paper, start writing. Define the terms in your own way. Write the essays in your own way. Solve the questions in your own way. And also explain to someone. Now, under this same one, I want you to pay particular attention, okay? Under this same one, when you're explaining to someone, the best way, I'll give myself as an example. Me, I'm Bemba, okay, by tribe. And when I'm studying, the exams are the official language for exams is English, okay? So when I'm studying, I use English. So what I would do when I want to understand by explaining to someone, I will study in English, then I go and explain to someone in my own language. So depending on your own language, study in English and explain in your own language to someone. If you can be able to explain in your own language, so explain in your own language, okay? Explain in your own language. Explain in your own language. If you can be able to explain in your own language, that can only happen if you really understand, especially to a child. Because to a child, it means you are going to explain in the most simple way. So if you can't translate in your own way what you read, it means you've not understood. So force yourself. Okay, this is going to help you a lot. And if you can explain in your own language, for me, if I just study and I explain the exact same concept in Bemba to someone, I never forget that thing. So this is what we call active recalling. All this is just trying to help you give out what you study, okay, to emit, to exude what you do, what you study. And this will help you. Another important thing that you should consider, very important, at this time before exams, you should do what? Go through past papers. Use exam past papers. Exam past papers. My friend, this is not the time to go now and get those big pamphlets, big books, and start digging. That time has already what? Passed. What you should focus on is exam papers, okay? The past papers. Now, what is the main importance of this? Wow, let me explain to you. What these exam past papers will do, number one, they will show you how the questions are brought. Without past papers, you can't know how the questions come. So use past papers, at least maybe the previous 5 years. Try to answer, try to go through them. How did they bring questions about this topic? How did the questions come? What were the answers? By studying the past papers, you will be familiar, you will be conversant with the what? With the papers, such that the time when the time comes for your own exams, you will be able to remember, because sometimes they just repeat questions, okay? They'll get a questions that came 2 years ago and bring it in your paper. So if you don't study using past papers, you can't know. But if you were using past papers, you will know that, oh, this is the question they brought that year. And by that, you'll be able to do what? To answer, okay? And it will remove the phobia, the exam phobia, that fear, because you already know how the papers do what? How the papers come. So this is also going to help you a lot. This is not the time to do what? To focus on those big things. This time you should focus on what? On the papers. And also the papers will help you to give you the predictions. Just by looking on how the questions have been coming, you'll be able to tell that maybe this year they might bring this, because it has been coming frequently, okay? You will see some questions, they have been bringing it frequently. You might be able to say, oh, even this year it might what? It might come. So start using what? Past papers. Past papers are very important. Then the other thing that you should consider, when you are studying, don't study a lot at once. Study in breaks, okay? Maybe 30 minutes or maybe 40 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Try to study and take organized breaks, okay? So take breaks. When you take breaks, because they say a man who moves a mountain begins by carrying small stones away. So what you should do is, you don't need to study for maybe 10 hours just studying. No. If your day is really organized and you are disciplined and you are serious, you will not be making excuses. Study for 30 minutes, take maybe just a 10-minute break or 20 minutes break. Then come back again. Before you continue with studying, try to practice what? Active recall. Try to give out what you studied, okay? Try to go through. After going through, then continue with what? With your studying again. After studying another 30 minutes, take a break, okay? Refresh your mind a bit. Come back. Try to recall what you did, what you studied. Maybe write down or explain. Then continue again. So by taking breaks, regular and organized breaks, it is going to help you over time. During this time, it's going to help you such that you make it during the exams, okay? Then the other thing which is important is consistency. My friend, without consistency, you can't really understand something to the fullest. Consistency, this simply means don't study today, tomorrow you don't study, the other day you don't study, you come and study after 1 week. Keep on studying, okay? Just keep on studying. When you keep on studying, your mind will know, because how the mind works, the more it keeps on the more it keeps on having something, the more it keeps on knowing something or coming across something, the more it knows, okay? So if you keep on going through this concept each day, even if you didn't understand it at first, within the period of 2 weeks, you will find that naturally the mind itself will do what? Will comprehend at the end. Because of what? Consistency. You keep on going through it a bit. So consistency from this time up until the time for exams will help you a lot, okay? And such that by the time the exams come, you will find that you are what? You are well prepared. So be consistent. Don't study then stop. You start studying, you stop. Keep on studying until the exams. This is going to really help you. Hope you find this helpful. And don't forget to subscribe.